What is going on, everyone? It is Chris here. This is my first YouTube video. Today we are going to be going over some of the trades I took this past week, mainly SPY, Roblox, Snap, a few longer term trades and swings and whatnot. But basically this is a log right here. Let me try to scroll down a little bit. This is our log from the 25th to the 29th from the past week. We had 100% accuracy and a 17 streak with green trades. And so I'm going to go over all those trades, not so much the biggest gain trades, but basically the ones that kind of stood out to me, which were the most important. I have them marked out right here. And we'll go over those, and I'm going to explain my thought process. I'm going to try to keep these videos short, but about under like 10 minutes. I'm going to try to do that. And yeah, I mean, you guys can put in the comments if you have any more questions, or you guys can DM me on Discord, but we'll hop right into this. So the first trade we did was our SPY 426 calls. So let me get the specific entry that we had here. So our SPY 426 calls was on the 25th at exactly 6:51. So let's go to this one. So on this one, I remember exactly what I did with this. This is kind of a trading psychology in a way, market structure. It's kind of comes with time, I will say. But we see these two big selling days on SPY, right? Now, usually what I notice off of a lot of selling is we will have a bigger gap down, right? So I mean, just look at this. It's a little bit logic wise. But after we see 2 days of selling, we see another gap down, and we actually head to it goes 6% down, and we head to a low at 419. So before the gap down, we're up here at 425. We gap down to 423, and we go all the way down to about 419, 420. So we enter the trade at 651, which is right in here. And unfortunately, SPY does break below the support right through here. But what I'm thinking is, okay, we average down, so we entered at 1.3, we averaged down at 0.65. SPY shoots right back up, and then for the rest of the day, this uptrends exactly how we thought. I did not expect it to make another low, but I was still holding our runners in through here. We were already at nearly 100% gain at this point in time, so that is completely fine with me, and we do see an upturning day. You just have to keep in mind that after two big selling days, it's kind of logical that we will see some more downside to fake out retail and also the money that's kind of still being processed, I guess you could say, or the dumb money. Fakes those people out twice, actually. See the low day break, and we come right back up, and then on this low day break we come right back up above here, showing that the buyers are very strong. So you can even enter here if you want to be less risky. But that was the first trade. Those were the 425 calls in SPY. And the next trade that we did were 417 puts. I remember what we did on these, I just didn't remember where exactly I alerted these. So our 417 puts, I alerted these at 6:33 on the 26th, and let me show you guys exactly what happened. So on this day, I'm expecting chop. After 2 big days of selling, now we do see an uptrending day. I'm expecting bears to take back over a little bit, and this is how I know bears are going to take back over. So we enter puts right here at 6:33. We see that breakdown below the support, so you could have entered here at 6:40, definitely a lot less risky, but I enter here at 6:33, and that is mainly because of PCC gap down. So PCC is our put to call ratio, right? So we are seeing the ratio between our puts and our calls. It's not a stock, it's just a ratio. And we see a massive gap down. So PCC goes from 1.02 to 0.56, which is over 40% gap down. So what I'm thinking is, okay, this is very bearish for SPY. A lot of puts are being bought. Let's see if we're going to either consolidate here and hopefully not push above the high day. Let me go back to the 1 minute chart here so we can see just a little bit more easily. And we do not push above high day. We break below our pre-market levels, which we're right in here at 424, I believe. And I mean, we just kind of downtrend for the rest of the day. And then this trade, we closed this a lot earlier than we should have, but these ones went for 420%. I think it was like 600 or 700% if we just held a little bit longer into the end of the day. But that's that trade. So very nice move from 426. And if you just cut it down here to 423, that's already a nice $2.60. So that's not bad for our second trade there. Then we do have our Roblox 32 puts. So this one was taken straight off the algo on the 5 minute chart. Let me go to Roblox here. 1 second. So Roblox on the 5 minute chart, when was this? This was 26th. So on the 26th, we do spot the early morning sort of weakness along with SPY. We see that growth was gapping down a lot. So our dying stocks list, this is our dying stocks list. That's dividends. Dying stocks is just Roku, Chewy, Affirm, Snow. Basically a lot of growth. I'm putting a lot of other stocks on here like Rivian, stocks I expect to downtrend during this bear market. But we do see this early morning sort of weakness off the gap down, 3% gap down on this one. We just buy puts off this short signal. We confirm it with our volume down here as well as our momentum. That was that trade, and this just downtrended into here. I think it was about 50% gain. here I'm already 90% of the trade, runners, and then boom, this one went for, what did this go for? We had 126% gain on this one. So that's not horrible. Definitely not horrible on that one, especially off of, just playing some morning action. And the next trade that we have, this is honestly my favorite trade of the week, even though it did not yield super high gains, was our SPY 426. I think I should remember where this one was. So let's go to the 1 minute chart. Perfect. This was right here. I alerted these calls after a trend line break. So you guys are going to be thinking, Chris, what are you doing? You're alerting calls after it breaks the trend line. Like, you're crazy. Technical analysis is rigged. What the hell? So what we do see here is actually a trend line break. Yes, right there. But then we enter these calls right here at 1146. And we're thinking, okay, look at how much there is of selling. If we were to see massive amounts of selling, we would be further off of the 9 EMA off of this break, and we wouldn't be seeing dojis. What this means is we're seeing a lot of buying, and we can confirm that super easily just on the sound wave, as well as just if we pull up regular volume in through here, you guys are going to see how much buying we're seeing. So this is not selling volume, because if we go to the sound wave, look how much buying there is. There's a little bit of selling in through here at 644, 645. But then we do see the bulls eventually take over on this candle. We push right back above. So our less risky entry is on this break right back above. And then we come above the trend line, because you can't have like a perfect trend line. It's going to be like this. This is where your stop loss is already going to hit, right? That's what happens to a lot of traders. You guys get faked out. A lot of us get faked out. And then boom, this one just pushes right back above. That was super nice. We saw the buying in here. It pushes right back to the upside. So again, our more safe entry is this break and hold above, or this retest, or the break above 9 EMA on the 1 minute or the 3 minute, depending which one you prefer, and a break back above. I mean, I just entered here because I was fairly confident that we were going to push right back above. And then here, look at this. The same thing never happens twice. You're never going to see double fake outs in SPY off a trend line. We come down, we break, we retest, and then we reject super hard, and it goes very far down in the low day, 419 all the way to 416. So that one was the 426 calls, and we have one more left and a few more long terms I want to look at. So 418 puts on SPY. Let me just search these because I do not remember when I alerted them. So 418 puts went for 44% gain. So this is on the 27th. Let's see when we entered these. This is at 11:58. I believe this was actually a break of a level. Let's see. I think I might have this one circled out. Where the hell is this one? 27th. Okay, so we entered actually right here. Now I remember. This is on the 1 minute chart, just so you guys understand. I'm going to take away the indicators. So we do see a lot of chop. We're expecting chop after the big push to the downside here. This is a chop day, super mega chop day. Very hard to actually find directional moves. Lots of scalping and through here, very boring. But we do see the directional move right here. And look what happens. So we break below our VWAP, which is this line right here, at 11:55. First of all, we have this mega bounce, right? Literally more than $2 right here on SPY. This one just bounces straight up. Tons of buying. But right here, look how much the selling increases, and look at the momentum on the 1 minute. You can switch this to 3 or 5 and get a little bit more accurate momentum. I like to look at the 1 or the 3 just for the tiny scalps or day trades that we're doing. We do see the momentum increasing to the downside and through here. We see a lot of selling on our sound wave, regular volume as well if you want to check that. We break below the support level, right? This is kind of a supply zone, I guess you could say. We break below that. We've been bouncing off that a lot of the day. We break below the support as well. Down here we do chop, but we enter this trade at exactly 11:58, and that is confirming that we have broken below our VWAP. So right here we're broken below our VWAP, and I want to make sure that we're not going to bounce right back above. Usually I wait a few candles in through here. We could have entered even here for better move, better entry, but we get 0.9 all the way to 1.3, which is excellent. That's great for me. So that's a 44% gain, and I believe that was in like less than a 2 minute or 3 minute gain. That was in 12 minutes actually. 12 minutes for our gains right in there. So we entered here 11:58, and we're exiting here around 12:10. So that was very nice. That was a fun trade. And I mean, that's it for our day trades. The only ones I really want to go over here are MU, Apple, and our SPY, which we can go over briefly before we end the video here. But our SPY, we have 420 puts. I entered this one exactly right here where the circle is. I don't even know why there's a circle there, but we entered this one right here, literally the top of the market, other than here if you are going to say that. But we entered them exactly at the top. We noticed that after SPY has its push, it has a few days of consolidation. It has a downside day and then one more upside day. You can see here in the previous tops, literally every single time. And so yeah, even here. and here as well, even on the lower tops. But SPY does push above. We expect it to now be rejecting, and then boom, we got 420 puts for May 20th, I believe. And these ones are up freaking like 350%, so that's amazing. And then our MU puts, 70 puts, and 65 puts, as well as 60 puts for September. So there's a September expiry of this year, and then we also have January 10th of 2023 expiry, yeah. Weekly chart, super bearish. Semis are extremely bearish. That's why we entered this one. We see a break of the trend line. We are seeing a little bit of a consolidation into here. Expect the selling to accelerate after we break below this level. This is kind of going to lead our bear market, if you ask me, or our bigger downtrend, unless the Fed somehow saves us this week. But this one broke below the level, fakes out once, and then we see the double sort of break right here, the second break. We bounce up here. Earnings was also too weak in this area, and we push down below. And you can see this is a very nice trend line. It's been bouncing off heavily. As well as this is sort of generational top on MU, by the way. You have top, 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 and it goes way back with the tops and the tops before a bigger downtrend. So expect this one to hit 40 level, 50 level, and that's being sort of nice about it as well. And then Apple, we just spotted the downside on the 4-hour chart, I think. Let's see here. Apple in the 4-hour, we got these ones here off of this, I believe it was right in here, April 6th is where we entered our Apple, and these ones are up. What is it now? Apple's up over 44%, and these are actually October expiry. So hopefully we get these ones in the money soon. We just need to hit these sort of lows that we formed in March, but that's it. I mean, it was a very good week overall. The log, this was all of April, right? We had 86, 87% win rate, average of 98% gain per trade. It was super fun month. Our biggest loser was just the first trade of the month. Our biggest gainer was 506%. I believe that was last week, or yeah, pretty sure it was last week or earlier. Not last week, first week actually. Whoops, first week of April. But yeah, that was it for the recap. You guys let me know in the comments if you have any questions, but otherwise you can DM me on Discord in our trading server and just let me know if you have any questions on there. I'll see you guys next week for another daily recap or a weekly recap, and we'll go over some more trades. See you guys.